Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another installment of watching a regular guy try to cast a professional StarCraft game. This one from the Dreamhack Valencia round of 32 between the little Neeblet playing for Ting with the little Neeblet. Over in America he's big shit, over here he's just a little Neeblet. He's playing against Kelazhur, also from the colonies, but playing for Root. So we've got a little TVP, sorry, letters are hard, going on here in a Frost Ladder edition. So as I mentioned, this is for the round of 32 for the Dreamhack Valencia, and just to spoil this just a little bit, neither of these players ended up winning that tournament. So you're not going to be able to tell which of these guys is going to win this best of 5 series. So we've got a little best of 5 series going on. Minimum of 3 games, maximum of 5. And we'll see how that goes on. So Frost Ladder Edition. This is an older map, harking back to the times of Heart of the Swarm. I was going to say Heroes of the Swarm, but that's not related to this game in any way other than the fact of the people who made it. And we have got a not horribly greedy opening by Neeb, and we don't have a horrible greedy opening by Kelazhur either. So fair, both of them, you know, this guy built a barracks first, and this guy built a gateway first. Both people are scouting, you know, neither of them found the enemy in their first attempt at scouting, so, yeah, fairly standard opening. Well, so right now, as I said, Neeb is fairly big shit in America right now. He's been wrecking face. He doesn't have a premier tournament on his name yet, but everybody's pretty much expecting him to do so fairly soon. Graduated high school recently, congratulations, and can now focus fully on his craft. And we'll see whether that inspires him to do great things, or we'll see whether that makes him just burn out on this game, which would be a shame, to be honest. Anyway, we got a Reaper Scout of Kelazhur, not really getting much done, shooed away by the Mothership Core. And wait, did he see that? Wow, that is a fast third. That is a fast third base. And I don't know whether Kelazhur saw this probe, but yeah, might build something there, might proxy something, I don't know. Puts his Reaper back in there to scout something, doesn't really scout much, but does have the entirety of the base in total. Damn, that is a fast third. I don't think I've ever come up against somebody that puts a third down, like on the low ground as well. He didn't even build it here and then float it over. No, it's like, you know, you're Neeb, I know how you play, and you're going to give me enough space to put this down. So we'll see how Neeb chooses to, you know, fight this, and he's going to go for something blinkish and a gateway right here to warp his stalkers in at a greater speed. Now I'm fully expecting either warpers, no, most likely an observer coming out to grant vision here, so that Neeb can go from this area of the third base to this area in the main, and then that Reaper's still hanging around, seeing if he can get any information of Neeb's play. In the meantime, what does Root Kelazhur do against this possible Blink Stalker aggression? Well, he's building Marines, which is, well, not entirely unexpected, getting Stim as well, and putting down a factory. Yep, this Stalker trying to hunt down this Reaper is going to get a little bit of a boost, but not enough to close the gap between them. And it's very nice play by, to be honest, by Kelazhur to keep that alive. Has he spotted that? No, that was a nice little position here. And we have But another 35 seconds before that is done. We got the first warp in, second warp in, and so Kelazhur does spot these stalkers moving out on the base, and this observer is going to give him all the space he needs to blink in and out of this base as he so pleases. So we'll see whether Kelazhur sees this, as a bunch of stalkers do move in to shoo off this third base. Nope. And nope. Nope, the observer manages to punch away. There's a little bit of blink micro. And oh, those Marines were targeted right onto that one stalker. That moved away and gave Neeblet a number of free shots. But now we have all the SCVs coming in, and that should give Kelazhur enough time to sort of buffer for these units that will actually shoot at the stalkers. Alright, and now Neeb no longer has the opportunity to blink up into the high ground. I don't know if there's a second observer coming in his way. There is one made, but not so much. Alright, and he can't do too much at the front. Take down one SCV, take down two SCVs, and loses a little bit of skin, loses a lot of shield. But let's see, how much? Lost 4 stalkers so far against 19 Marines and a Marauder and 5 SCVs. That's not that many SCVs actually. Oh, one more Marine right there. But now we're back into the range of the bunker, and we should get shooed away. Very nice blink control there. Takes off, no, doesn't pick off another SCV there. No, Kelazhur puts that back down. Neeb, while all this is going on, no problem at all securing that third base. So from an early third base attempt by Kelazhur, we go to an actual third base, which is actually doing something. And there goes that bunker, but with no follow-up. So Kelazhur can just rebuild that if he so chooses, and move in with Stim Bio and Medivacs. Stalkers have kind of had their one-on-one fighting days numbered. Doesn't move out yet though. As he moves back in, sees the third base back in position, warps in another couple of stalkers. There we go. While all of this is going on, immortal production has started, and you can see that Neeb had that targeted on specific units rather than just aim moving, and there goes his gateway and ability to warp in. So that pretty much, I mean, Neeb may do some more. Oh, where was that? Over here. May have some more aggression there, but he's not going to be warping in any additional stalkers. And oh, with the army out of position, he decides to catch up on some reinforcing units there. Does lose a stalker, but gets a number of Marines and a Marauder. 61 workers versus 62, but the 61 worker dude does have mule, so it was stimmied a little bit in his income for a while. Oh, and we've got Widow Mines, so that is always, can always be a very nasty surprise for the Protoss player, and he's going to just blink out of that. Very nice. We've got all these adepts at the front tanking the shots by the bio of Kelazhur, but there is just a lot of army right here. Doesn't choose to engage, instead moves around, and Kelazhur preemptively just moves back at that third mining base, and Neeblet stays ahead in the income with 3 bases actually mining. Oddly enough, you have more income than if you have 2 bases actually mining. For those of you who are not fantastic with math, that's how that works. So we've got 3 Marine drop moving out, and Neeb suspects as much as he throws around here, but he's not actually going to see it. So, but now he does see it with this adept being perfectly in place to see that coming. Forward blink, and yep, nope. Gets a Marauder and doesn't get horribly punched in the face by Stim Bio. And yeah, back into a corner. And the blink was off cooldown, so those medevacs get away without too much of a serious problem. And we have a warp prism standing right here,
Upgrade
ready
complete.
to backstab once again. But he is now going to fly over that supply depot. So Kelazhur should be able to see that. Oh, yeah, there we go. That is one dead war prism. So nice pick off by Kelazhur there. And now we have Liberators. Well, lots of Liberators, very, very bloody deadly. A few Liberators, especially against the Protoss who knows how to use the Blix Stalkers, not that scary actually, as we do have this drop right there, making sure that, oh, there goes one Liberator, there goes another Liberator, and he moves back out of the Liberation zones, moves himself into a nice little corner, and yeah, he just murders those SCVs. We can't really go anywhere from here. Type. But then again, there's only so much that one Liberator on that round can't really kill before it goes down to all these Stalkers. And the same is true over here. Those sentries making sure that the surface area that this bio can achieve on this army is quite limited. And yeah, it's just... I mean, we're slowly whittling down Neeb's army right here, as there is an attempt at that drop right there. Oh, and that is one Widow Mine, that's another Widow Mine shop. So this army does get cleaned out. In the meantime, as the last Stalker slowly bites the dust, this is dead. Did actually kill a fair bit. But this is still mining, and oh, the command center actually did manage to get away. And now Neeb has the time. Oh, is he going to get some free medevacs? No, no he isn't. Doesn't want it. Yes, does blink forward aggressively and gets a Liberator. But he's going to lose a couple of Stalkers. Widow Mine takes out a Widow Mine at least, and blink comes off cooldown, so he managed to get out again. Yeah, 32 army supply. So he's... If he survives this, I would put Neeb in a very, very good position indeed. Because he did lose that observer right there, so that Widow Mine can have some fun if he so chooses. Making a new one. And while all of this is going on, we have yet more SCVs going down over here. Reinforcing the position. If Neeb can't just survive this, he will win the game. Oh, that was... You have to know exactly the amount of delay on that mine if you want to do that, and how much damage your Stalkers do. Something I haven't talked about yet is the upgrades. We do have 2-2 for Neeb with the 3-3 on the way, whereas Kelazhur is on 1-1 and not even a 2-2 is on the way yet. I don't know if there's even an armory, as he does move in to threaten this base, and he has to really, you know, take this down. He has to make sure this doesn't go up. Otherwise, the income of Neeb is just going to get so far away from it. But he can't break this position, not easily at least. As this once again goes down. And oh, is he going to lose this? There's one photon overcharge, and I think this Nexus will go down, and that is the one thing which may actually save Kelazhur. With 38 workers only, the only way he's actually going to get in back into this, or one of the only ways he's going to get into this, is if his opponent does have 63 workers, but only 2 bases to use them on. As the aggressive blink forward does take out many units of Kelazhur for free. Oh, aggressive blink again, and at what point do you decide to stop doing that? Okay, just in time it seems. And now there's a lot of Marauders right here, and Neeb has to use his blinks defensively rather than offensively, but he does so very well. Liberators do make sure that he can't really go around that though. Instead, we'll see what the plan is with this. Sending out a scouting Phoenix over there. So yeah, this is the amount of mining that Kelazhur is doing right now. There's not a lot here, there's not a lot here, and he's trying to move a command center up there. Whereas Neeb, well, he's a bit in very much the same position as we have an energy down here. Liberation zones being set up, and we do have a lot of strict biomes to bio. Well, they're usually pretty good against gateway units, but 3-3 gateway units versus 1-1, as finally the armory does go down, so he's starting to think maybe I should get another bunch of upgrades. And oh no, and this war prison is going to get shut down right there. Bye bye. These two do manage to get out, and yeah, if he manages to get this mineral line as well. Oh, and he's coming in from two sides. This is a bit with the main army, and these two adepts over here. Oh, and let's see if we can get any of these liberators before the liberation zones come into effect, and he does get one. Moves down once again, so this is a very open map, and Neeb is using that very well, making sure that his opponent sits up in one. Oh, and that command center was never fully repaired, so he gets that with just a number of shots. And now with all these liberators being targeted down, there's just bio and there's just medevac, but 1-1 bio versus all these stalkers. Oh, that on the other hand is a very nice set of Widow Mines, and that does keep him alive just now as Kelazhur moves in, and those concussive blasts do make sure that that army stays here, but at this point there's just not enough of the army left to actually kill it. Look at that, 5 badly bruised stalkers moving away. Actually, yeah, there's a couple badly bruised, but they will get at least half their health back in shields. During all of that, Kelazhur got up a 4th base, which is good because he lost that one. This at least is a whole bunch of fresh mineral patches for all of his 25 workers, as Neeb got this one up. So, still, economic advantage, Neeb. Upgrade advantage, Neeb. With the armory is done, but this thing up, as I say that, he starts that. Also Neeb. Army composition. Alright, that's a little bit trickier. Let's take a look at that as this one tiny drop gets in and takes down this pylon, and maybe going to get just one probe. Okay. Oh, and that is a slow warp-in pylon, and he may want to do something about that. Pulls his army back on the north, gestures a bit in the south, but there is an observer right there that sees all of this. 84 supplied, 77, and we've only got the one liberator, and that's really what we see. Well, I mean, Stimp Bio is really good, and those are a fair number of Marauders, but on the other side, what kills Marauders really well? It's these guys. We've only got two. We've only got two. Observer on the hunt for this drop right here. And Kelazhur finds this base.
Liberation is at hand.
So now he knows that once again, he must know that there's a timer on his head. He must know. He must be getting the last army he can. I mean, with 25 workers, and I mean, you've done bugger all to kill your opponent's economy. Yeah, yep, that's still not there, Neeb. Probably not the investment he wanted to make, but with that, the bio army is out of position, and Neeb picks up one liberator and disrupts what remains of the mining bases of Kelazhur. And is he going to be able to get back into position? No, he's going to lose the command center, he's going to lose the SCVs, and now there are 6 workers, and there's one thing for Kelazhur left to do, and that's stim and hope the best it will win, because if there's anything after this that survives, as we're going to make... Oh, he recalled just the mothership core, 40 overcharge, we get one of those off. Now we have this little army of just stalkers taking on a bio army, and on the other side into a field of Widow Mines. We have the complete rest of the army of Neeb. And I think Neeb is actually going to be okay with this little bit of army right there. Yep, that's the last of the army, and Kelazhur says very much the same thing. GG. Neeb goes up 1-0. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the round of 32 game of the Dreamhack Open Valencia, or one of many at least. We've got this guy over on the Sand Station playing for Ting. It's Neeb. Over on the other side, his opponent down 0-1, playing for Root. It's Kelazhur. Alright, so I'm excited about this one because it's on the Sand Station, and I have yet to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do on this map. This is a very confusing map to me. Alright, so I get this expansion. If we're going to look at the Protoss or this expansion, I get that. Third base is what, this one? Are you supposed to go for this one? Like, you have your workers, you put your base here, you have your workers here, then, you know, you're going to get hit from this side and people get to shoot you freely. So I don't want to take this base unless I can also lock this down. Like, I'm definitely not taking this base against a Terran. That would kill me. Like, something flies by, drops here, shoots, and yeah, and you can't get there unless, you know, you have blink stalkers, but yeah, so this one, but then again, say versus Terran, you know, you're fighting here, and then you show up with your army. You have to walk around all this bits and you know, confront them. They lift up and they drop over here. So I don't want to take that one either, as Neeb gets a full scout off. Has Kelazhur scouted? No, he is not. Kelazhur is sending out an SCV over, on the other hand, towards the entrance, which is blocked off by this. So Kelazhur is up to something, which will be very interesting to see. Anyway, so I don't get this map much. I mean, we have this fighting bit right here, which is just amazing. I don't know what to do, and I'm looking very much forward for Kelazhur and Neeb to show me the way, and this is very close. So we're going to see whether we're probably going to build a factory there, move it here, and put Widow Mines in his opponent's mineral line. Although it is possible that he's going to build a starport next to it, and he's going to drop, I don't know, Hellions in there, although I'm assuming he would move it a bit further back if that was the case. Alright, so that is this map, and if you play StarCraft, you've played this map, you may be like, yeah, okay, I understand your point, because this is some weird shit right here. Anyway, Marines being built for Kelazhur, and a factory being done as well. And what is he going to build from? Yeah, well, all of that gets spotted. So can Neeb, yep, keep his probe underneath there? Yes, apparently he can. And that attack is thwarted. And I wonder if it is Neeb's fantastic star sense. Oh, he's going to try and put it over there. That told him this, or whether basic math did it, whereas that probe just went down over here. No, and now there's an adept under your factory, so you're still not going to be able to land it. But using it for scouting purposes instead. So, using the factories present there. Oh, there we go. Are you going to build a Widow Mine? Yes, you're going to build a Widow Mine. Okay, cool. This is a very nice trick, and it is an enormous pain in the ass to deal with. But this thing takes 18 seconds, whereas this thing takes 29. So this pylon will be done before that Widow Mine comes out, and a Mothership Sword can just overcharge it when the time is right. And as all of this is going to go on, there is a move out. Oh, is he overcharging? Oh, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And he's able to meet up with all these Marines. Now, a Photon Overcharge does do a buttload of damage, but this factory does actually start to burn. And where are you going? Where are you going with all your Marines? Okay, out of range of this thing. And there's a little cute bit of pickup micro by Neeb as all of those Marines actually. What? Nothing? Alright, well, as I mentioned in the introduction, Neeb's pretty good these days. But I was assuming 10 Marines would at least kill something. Sheesh. So the factory, proxy factory didn't work, and now there's adepts in your base, and you don't even have to make it to the mineral line because, well, the SCVs came out and to meet you, and now with a little bit of pickup micro. He's lost one adept. He's lost one adept, and he is killed. Oh, no, there goes the winter mine. Alright, now slowly losing a bunch more adepts right there. We've lost now 6 adepts versus 18 Marines and 15 SCVs. That is a trade I would take any day. And now there's just 24 workers left for Kelazhur. Once again sees himself disadvantaged in the work account. And oh, you may want to pick that one up. No, does lose a couple more adepts, but I don't know, we can afford it. That's fine. There's not a problem. We got that. These two liberators have to murder everything in the mineral lines, but there are 2 pylons set up right there for this Battleship Core 2 overload. Better would have been over here. There goes that one liberator as these get distracted and stop killing the SCVs. And Neeb gets out with 2. See, this one's a bit harder. Does get... didn't see how many stalkers he got. Just the 1. Okay, that's not so bad. So, 53 workers to 24. Third base almost up. And Neeb, once again, fantastic position. Right, so where are we in terms of tech? Neeb's got his robo facility, he's got his forge, can start working away. He's actually working away on his first attack upgrade. Kelazhur hasn't so much as built an engineering bay yet. But you know, does have most of the basic tech that you want as a Terran, which is, you know, bio, which you can stim, and medevacs to hold them up again. Yep. Neeb putting some pylons around the map just to see drops coming. You may want to put, and he does, one out here just to, where was that? Oh, that was the observer you picked off right there. Does put up a pylon down here to see any attacks coming from over here. But once again, what I did mention about this map, I mean, you can just fly over here and then drop in there instead. It's a bit of a, yeah. Neeb checking to see whether that third base has been taken. Scouting or patrolling between these 2 points, and Kelazhur is just going to pass him by. Actually, let's have a blast. This map is special when it comes to moving around. Now 3 drops are going to go by as they don't spout that spot that pylon. But this pylon should give plenty of warning to Neeb. No, not enough. See, that's what I mean. And that is 1 dead Nexus. Is it? Wait, what are you shooting at? Yes. Take out that Nexus. Very good. And now you pick up and you're out of there. You're going to lose maybe 1 medevac. Nope. Right into the main base, and the blink is off cooldown, so you can't really do anything about that. Yeah, walks on out of there. So that is a very nice pick off by Kelazhur, and maybe just what he needs to start getting back into this game. He still doesn't have nearly as much in the work account as his opponent, as these stalkers do try and chase these medevacs down. But now, at least, he's got a shot as Neeb puts in a number of adepts in a natural mineral line. And 1 Marine against a war prison with 2 adepts. Well, good luck, little buddy. You'll need it. And he moves out with the same 3 drops. Yeah, very a map which really, wants to get you moving, but in a very different way than the previous map. The previous map, big open spaces, and you could move around and reposition your, make sure that your opponent really needed to reposition. This map, very labyrinthian, if I may use an expensive word there, where you force. Oh, and there was a shade in by a bunch of adepts. That's well, they do get a whole bunch of workers again with the 47 workers killed. Oh, that's just versus 4. Oh, and this is what I was talking about as well. Yeah, you got a gold base. Congratulations. As this drop of 3 tries to move around with his opponent out of position. Army supply dead even, but yeah, I gotta say I like Neeb's position here. He's got 4 mining bases, although I'm assuming this one's pretty much empty by now. Did he see that? Yes, he did. Oh, but Neeb knows he's up there as well. Moves his army out there, and with Blink Stalkers, he should be able to just horribly murder this. And once again, there's adapts in his natural mineral line, and there's no army here to take care of it. But those adepts pass over that very juicy main mineral line for this. And I missed whatever the hell these guys were doing while all of this was going on, so I'm very sorry. As more and more light units, be they Marines and or SCVs, do get taken down, and more warplanes right here at this, making sure to stop any mining around here. Is that actually going to be enough? No, there goes one Liberator, there goes a second Liberator, and it is once again entirely clear. As Adept try to go up against Marauders, and that's not something they generally win. And there's an aggressive blink forward, and that is one dead CC. And if these SCVs try to repair it, that is a whole bunch of dead SCVs as well. And Kelazhur taps out. GG. 2-0 to Neeb. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this round of 32 match of the Dreamhack Valencia 2016. We're joining these two players today on King Sinjum Station, the ladder edition, which after the last map might be a breath of fresh air for these two players. We have over on this side down 2-0. He's up against the wall. If he wants to continue in this tournament, he's really going to have to turn around, win this game, win the next game, and then win every other game after that. It's Roots Kelazhur. His opponent, who certainly I suspect is having more fun in this match than his opponent has, it's Tings Neeblets. This is the little brother of Neeb. I don't suppose I could joke like that. This is not the little brother of Neeb. This is Neeb Lut. Yeah. Alright, King Sejong Station, also like Frost Alley, which was the first map they played on. It's a map from the Heroes of the Balls. Heart of the Swarm. That took entirely too long. From the Heart of the Swarm era of this map, as Neeb gets his... has 2 gas. Alright, gets his scout on. So I wonder what 2 gas means for Kelazhur, and I wonder what it means to Neeb as well. This map, well, not used to have a certain number of units and certain functionalities, and I think it is this which Kelazhur has in mind. You see, these debris mean that you can't move forward if something with a large range, such as a siege tank, sieges up here. If you siege up a siege tank here, you have a siege range of pretty much here. And you can pick up your Marines, drop them here, and make sure that none of this is mining. And as a Protoss, with this debris on, there's not that much you can do about it. This comes early in the game. You'll either have the glaives, or you'll have blink. And if you have blink, you can go over there. But then again, you'd be blinking into a whole bunch of Marines if he hasn't moved them up here yet. Get a number of free tank shots. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to work with, but as I was explaining that, this is not actually what Kelazhur is going for, perhaps because he got scouted that early. He's going for first a mine and now a Hellion and a medevac, which he will drop together with a number of Marines in one of the two bases of Neeb. And the medevac early on with the medevac boost gives him the mobility. He needs to, stretch his opponent thin. I mean, there's not that many units out. You can't have units here and here at the same time, or at least not enough to really deal with this, as the natural does get bonked down. And oh no, he's going to move the Hellions up in the front, which is a nice tactic, but that probe, which does live for reasons, does get the full scout of that. Just following that would be enough. Nope, nothing that shoots up here, so he's pretty good. He can threaten with that all day. And oh, that does get a revelation off, and no Widow Mine shots. And now Medevacs make sure that those Marines can actually go up against Adepts. You reposition that Widow Mine. And, yep, trades a few shots. There's no stim out there yet, so you have to be very careful with the thing. And that could be a nice Widow Mine shot. Does take out one Adept and a shield of many different ones. But the Mothership Core is there, and that overcharge does shoo those away. And now this drop does get tricky because there are two Phoenixes out, and Phoenixes versus Medevacs, especially if you have Marines in them instead of underneath them, is tricky. He does move them right into the range of those Marines, and does take out that Viking, whereas not losing any of the Phoenixes. And here's that position, but there's no tank. Instead decides to move in the old-fashioned way. But there's no, that overcharge is not in range. Oh, goes instead for a bunker. Does he have? Oh, he has the siege tank moving in right there. So not just or moving in it the old-fashioned way. You know, moving it up, sieging it, not getting a free ride in a medevac, as is pretty much the standard these days. And this is what I'm talking about. This is your siege line. You can pick up your medevacs right here, drop them there, and there's nothing your opponent can really do about it. Instead, we have a number of Phoenixes over here counterattacking, and there is nope, does lose one Phoenix right there, but isn't going to lose another one. Not the functionality needed. Oh, get the probe. Get the probe. Yep, doesn't get the probe. Yeah, that's one dead assimilator, but that's okay. More. Those things really do massacre Vikings. Damn, I didn't realize Phoenixes were that strong against Vikings. Oh, and now we have 4 Phoenixes and an Oracle. Oracle taking up that siege tank for free. Wow, it's actually murdering. And siege tanks are not light units, so no extra damage there. In the meantime, this isn't really doing anything. And this air army, on the other hand, is having a blast. Yep. Nope. There goes a whole bunch of workers. 7, 8, 9, 10. Is somebody still building that missile turret? Yes, it is. And now this is a defensible position again. But yeah, we have one here. We have one here, but nothing in the middle. And that's where these Phoenixes are, waiting to get enough energy to lift up these Marines. And there goes another Phoenix. Maybe he's going to get this one. Does he have enough thing? And a Cyclone. Now that is a nice choice by Kelazhur. Oh, as he gets another one. So what Kelazhur really was hoping to do was push from over here. And I'm not entirely certain what happened to this siege tank. Although these two Immortals may have something to do with it. As this little attack right here does get entirely cleaned up. Ooh, that is... does get one of those Immortals, so very nicely played there. 41 workers, again behind, just so badly. Yeah, Kelazhur, you don't want to stay here, you want to go home, because as soon as this goes down, there's really no holding this position. And Kelazhur does decide to do so. So, more workers, more army, better army tech, and three rallied Marines moving on in. Yeah, Kelazhur is in very much a similar position as he has been over the last 2 games. He's up against it, and he's going to have to fight his heart out to get back into this game. With the early aggression though, it's 8 minutes, 9 minutes into it, and there hasn't really been any upgrades yet. There's a, oh, those are some nice force fields, making sure that these SCVs don't actually get into play. Being able to buffer all those shots. Nope, does let one adept finish. But with more adepts, and he's getting blink, so I like that quite a bit. Did he get resonating glaives? No, he did not. He's building them now. And this position, I mean, there are 3 tanks here. This is a tricky position. Oh, and 1 shot, 2 shots. SCVs come into play, and all the bio of Kelazhur holding on fairly nicely. But everything in the main base does actually get forced out by that force field. But these 3 siege tanks right here are enough to push that back as Neeb moves them forward as well. And this assault is blunted a little bit. Much more equal army supply right now. 44 for Kelazhur versus 44 by Neeb. As that is simply a scouting shade. But when all of this is going on, well, Neeb doesn't need to kill him. He has this 3rd base, and if he saw these 2 probes leave, he may think like, do you have a 4th base as well? Kelazhur moving out is 3rd. So yeah, in a lot of trouble. And Neeb going to go forward once again with just dropping stuff in the back line of his opponent. Oh, is he going to get spotted? Yes, all these Marines do. That's a nice pick off. Kelazhur really did need that. And now he's going to have to somehow take up this position and deny mining here, or manage to go in over here and just horribly murderate this position as well, because he is in big trouble. There's the first disruptors on the map, which is the answer, one of the possible answers of a Protoss to the siege tanks. Oh, that is a nice revelation there by that Oracle. Does pay for it by his, with his life, as 2-1 is being researched for Neeb, and the first armor supply is getting researched for Kelazhur. Now if he gets this position between the natural and the 3rd base, I quite like his position. Oh, we're going to kill that, yes. Oh, and he takes off this little bit of army right now before the 2nd bit of the army gets a chance to get into position. But the 2nd part does move in, and there wasn't a big enough army by Kelazhur to really take out that first part right here that was defending in enough efficiency to clear it out in its entirety before having to take on that bigger army coming in from the back, and nothing is left standing in the end. So now we've got 48 army supply, 280. Neeb is moving in to finish it. With 3 tanks on the high ground here, this is a hard position to come in on. But this space is entirely undefended by any siege tanks, and there's not enough marines to shoot it away as well. And there goes the command center of Kelazhur, and a whole ton of SCVs once again. And now he's free to just move in as he so chooses. As that disruptor shot was just cancelled by the destruction of its host parent just as it was about to fire. And Kelazhur does manage to get 2 medevacs full of marines out to deny that fourth base. However, that still leaves Neeb up with 1 mining base, and that is an actual mining base rather than what his opponent has, which is a mostly mined out base. And he does actually have a little bit of an army right there to counteract this, but it may not even matter, because this just moves in and kills everything that is left for Kelazhur in the main, leaving altogether a free liberator. And GG, well played. Neeb moves on to the round of 16. Congratulations. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.